With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
They'll start on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
19, Charger, 19.
Inside handoff, Henry. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass out wide to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Ravens at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Hooker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down. Here's Hooker. He's got another one to Johnston. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Hooker. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. Now down it at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. Hall again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They run it with Hall off the option. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, 43, 15.
Hall again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jonathan Mingo, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
All right, rifles well, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now here's Mahomes. And check down, complete to Hall. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Let's go now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down carry for Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Dragon 60. Go.
Hooker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, Hooker. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now Mahomes. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
This complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out.
Kadarius Toney on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Hall again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On second down, here's Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Etienne gets it from the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dayo Odengbo collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A check down here for Henry. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. when to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football and not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Hall on a give up the middle. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, they try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Running left, Achane. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
And they take a knee.
Yellow.
And they will take a knee here. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was